Hey, folks. Welcome to Spooky Appalachia. Uh, this week, we've got a story from a fan. And since you all have liked these, when these folks come on and tell their stories so much, she agreed to come on and tell the story for us.
Hey, hi, I'm Moth Mistress. How are y'all? uh,
So, oh, go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say I'm excited to actually tell it because I
Yeah.
definitely haven't outside of a couple friends. But yeah,
Okay.
thanks for having me on.
Well, I'm excited to hear it. And it also happened in an interesting location,
Yes,
Lawrence, Kansas. Lawrence, Kansas, for all you supernatural fans out there. I pointed that out to her and she said, "Oh yeah."
yeah. Both of my ghost encounters, if you will, have took place in the same house in Lawrence, Kansas.
Funny coincidence
Hmm.
with the show and all. But yeah, um well, I guess if you want to dive into this story,
Sure, yeah, I can.
yeah, go
I
ahead.
can do that. I should probably start by saying that before this, I was definitely a skeptic. Like, I enjoyed the ghost adventures and having a good old time and looking at stuff. So, but I definitely wasn't, like at that point, anything I was like, ha, oh, that's cool, and that would kind of move on. But I was living in a house with a bunch of people, and they had this cat named Jimmy, this little black cat. Yeah, I thought you might like that.
Yeah.
Uh, so he was, very cute, obviously. But it was just like it could have been any old day. We were all in the living room watching TV, and I got up to use the bathroom. And when I went into the bathroom, the shower curtain was like pulled across and everything. But I could hear Jimmy in the bathtub. I could hear like the cat moving around, like, and he would make these little like noises. So I could hear that, and the curtain was like jerking back and forth. And so I was like, Jimmy, get out of the tub. And I pushed the curtain aside. And at the same time, as I looked down in the tub, I heard one of the people in the living room go, Jimmy's on my lap. And there was nothing in the tub. There was absolutely nothing. No cat, no animal of any kind. And because it had been so like nonchalant almost, like nothing, no figure, anything. It's a cat. It still left me like immediately, like I felt my stomach sink into my toes and I was just staring at empty space like that's impossible. That's I heard the cat. I saw the curtain move, like not just like move subtly either, like something was running into it and moving it. So uh definitely, I like to this day, I'm like, no, that happened. I saw that. There's no explanation for it. The cat was on her lap when I walked back into the living room, or I think I ran back into the living room. But yeah, so my first ghost experience was a little cat named Jimmy, but it wasn't. And they were like, oh, who knows what it was? They were really like, oh, it was probably just our old cat, oh, it haunts our house.
Huh.
Um,
So had they seen or had any experiences with the old cat?
Well, yeah, apparently they had a little tannish cat before that, and it had passed away in the house, and so they were believers. Of course, it's worth mentioning that my second ghost experience was also in that house, and it was way more prominent, and led me to understand uh, why they were so why they believed so much, because the second one was just like more profound, and definitely like thinking back on it. And that story is actually already up on Spooky Appalachia. It is the other Lawrence, Kansas
You
video.
know, we should. Well, I should have you come on and tell that one day. I think that would be, kind of like as a remaster and a retelling straight
Yeah.
from the That'd be kind of cool. Do you remember what it was called? What I called
Uh,
it? I don't.
Gosh, off the top of my head,
It's been a
was it?
while.
I think it was like tucked in by a spirit.
It was
Don't
something like
know.
that.
Don't. Yeah.
You were having migraines and
Mm-hmm.
had a visit from I think an elderly family member of theirs.
Yeah, and they were just as nonchalant then as they were the first time. Just like, oh yeah, totally, that makes sense. I don't know if that speaks to them, the house, or Lawrence, Kansas in general.
Huh.
Wonderful town. I should say that for you supernatural fans. It's a great town. Kansas has nothing else, but it's a great town. Sorry if you're from Kansas. You understand though.
I wonder if we do have any fans from Kansas. Oh, what I was going to ask you was what made you think it was the spirit of a cat in the
Uh,
tub? Did it
it
just.
I heard it. I heard it was making cat sound like it was I
Oh,
thought it
okay.
was the cat. Like I thought it was making those little like the little growls that they make the little just before they're gonna hiss or something, but like that's the noise that this cat Jimmy would make, and so I thought for sure that's just what it was, the little sounds of the pads on the bottom of the tub,
Okay. That
and
makes
then
sense then.
no, it's just nothing, and it's that's fine. I can handle that.
Uh,
But yeah, it was definitely the first thing that made me go, okay, so this is how people feel when they're like, no, I saw this. You can call me crazy, whatever you want to do, but I know what I saw. I know what I heard.
oh, that you I think you mentioned, was this your first experience? That was your first
Mm-hmm.
experience.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kitty
cool.
was the first, and then it upped the ante.
Now, I've actually got a friend who says that his deceased cats roam around his house. He's in Hurricane, West Virginia, I believe. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not unheard of. It happens to a lot of people. And then we've got a story from that Ingalls Castle place that we filmed where someone was seeing cats just appear and disappear in a field there.
I mean, it would not surprise me. Animals have, such bright personalities and character, and
Mm-hmm.
they're so good. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're just always, just such good. They help us. They're our pets. They're what matter to us in our lives sometimes, and I think that connection that they make maybe might just be the thing that either keeps them tethered to us in some way, or just the memories are just powerful enough. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Now, the only time I think it's really scary or possibly associated with a bad thing is those black dog ghosts. I don't know if you've ever heard
Hmm.
of them with the red eyes.
Oh yeah, and there's
They,
always foreboding omens.
yeah, they're all over the place around, or there's stories of them all over the place around here. I don't know if you'd ever heard of them, but I think sometimes they're like guardians of like graveyards and
Hmm.
yeah, like
There's
you
something
said, like
taking a
omens.
familiar shape,
Yep.
just something to lure people. Be like, oh look, it's just a dog. It's fine.
So
But
yeah,
that's
something
a
like
whole
that.
other kit and caboodle.
Yep, yep. That is a whole nother thing. Maybe we'll do a story on those one
Yeah,
day.
also covered by Spooky Appalachia. That's the best part. If it's spooky, we're into it. We're doing it.
Yep, yep. And not just in Appalachia, we've
Hmm.
branched out. Well, thank you for telling your story.
Hmm.
And I'd like to remind anyone listening or watching or both that you can send in a story just like this one to spookyappalachia@gmail.com or fill out our Google form in the description. I just got a crazy one I noticed on there today that I'll do in a couple weeks. And also, thank you to our Patreons, Adam, Alvin, Brandon, Charles, Chris, Danielle, Donald, Jeff, Johnny, Jordan, Julia, Linda, Misty, Cheryl, Taylor, and our content creator Patreon, Scott, who's an author. His links in the description. Werewolf Radar podcast. There are links in the description. And Jared King TV, who's another YouTuber that tells stories like I do. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
thanks
list
everyone
getting
so much for making
that
it
list.
possible for Jimmy to
Yeah,
tell these stories.
yeah, that list got pretty long, didn't it? Since one of the last
It
times you were on.
feels good, man clap, as the kids say, or used to, probably 20 years ago.
Yeah,
But yeah, you're doing awesome. I
thanks.
hope I'm
Yeah,
really proud of the channel.
it's grown a ton, and now
And the
I mean we're
community
getting.
is so nice.
Yeah, I mean it's getting between 250 to over 1,000 and up to 2,000 on some of these videos lately. Have you seen that?
Thanks, gang. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's awesome.
Well, comment down below what you like about Spooky Appalachia so he can, keep doing it
Yeah.
because it's doing great.
Thank y'all. Thank you, everybody who's been tuning in and sending in stories. Everybody's helping out, sharing it out, telling people about us. Yeah, definitely. Thanks.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you in the next one.
For sure. Bye, guys.
Night, folks.